So everybody, there's always been a government that runs the presidency, and it was Snowden and Julian Assange and his mother that have been the three people that I've heard it from. And then, of course, what you have with Obama was that he was trying to run a separate shadow government that was anti-Trump and using all the government resources possible since he had been an 8-year president and using other countries in order to try to railroad and derail our current president and our election process. And in the process, they were also trying to destroy the Electoral College and then rig all the other voting machines so they only voted Democrat. But this page that someone sent me is beyond belief. So buckle up, everybody. Get prepared, because when you see the names on here, you're almost not even going to believe it. I got this tonight and I went, oh my. So the executive branch, you can read all this language. It's inside the top of my blog near where I put Julian Assange in his map. Look at this. Executive branch, Council on Foreign Relations, George Bush, Bill Clinton, CIA, Joint Chiefs of Staff, Cabinet, and top executive branch office holders. Imagine that. Then you have Trilateral Commission, Rockefeller, Kissinger, Rockefeller, Alan Greenspan, Zbigniew Brzezinski, Anthony Lake, John Glenn, David Packard, David Gergen, Dianne Feinstein, Jimmy Carter, Administrator William Crow. Then the Bilderberg Group. I don't even know how to say some of these names. There you have Bill Clinton again. Then you have the National Security Council, and then what they are all about. Joint Chiefs of Staff, Special Operations Compartment. These are all people in a hidden government. National Program Office, ongoing project to maintain command and control intelligence executive centers during an extreme national emergency. You have the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which is FEMA. FEMA and FEMA camps and the FEMA coffins, that. And all those connected to Walmart. And they operate detention camps and are often located in military bases or Federal Bureau of Land Management. This is why the federal government was buying up all the land. National Security Agency, that's NSA. Then you have National, I don't even know how to say that, NRO. Look, I mean, this is unbelievable. Then you have the CIA and what they're supposed to do, but we know they've been infiltrated with crimes and filth in the pedophile ring. Federal Bureau of Investigation Counterintelligence, Department of Energy Intelligence, NSA, CIA. Imagine this. And this is all federal funded government people that get paychecks, everybody, from our taxes on top of what we never even knew about. And this is why when President Trump is saying cut down, all of these probably have too many people on staff and many that need to be drained from these swamps. But look how intricate it is. I saw this and I went, oh, got to tell everybody. I'm so tired, and I'm like, I can't even go to sleep until people know about this, because we have to share it. DIA, Defense Intelligence, NASA Intelligence, Air Force, Security Service, Defense Industry Security Command, Defense Investigative Service, Naval Investigative Service, Air Force. Hold on, my thing's stuck. Drug Enforcement Agency. And some of them have actually been in the swamp, you know. Federal Police Agency Intelligence, Defense Electronic Security Command. Have you ever even heard of these things? I'm 58, and I never knew where our taxes were going. I'm telling you, this is where all these hidden things that we never knew about. Deep Project Deep Water, Project Paperclip. Then the War Department, CIA, again, good and bad, because I'm sure some of the people in there are great and the others are probably spying on us. SDIO, and then BMDO, Department of Energy, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratories, Sandia National Laboratories. I don't even know what they do, something to do with hydrogen bombs and all that stuff. Idaho National Engineering Laboratories, Sandia Laboratories, Phillips Air Force, Tonopah Test Range. It's testing all kinds of things. Imagine. Haystack USAF Laboratory. 30 levels deep, extreme security facility reportedly engaged in alien technology retroengineering. Los Alamos. Groom Lake. I mean, everyone can read this entire list. It's absolutely mind-boggling. U.S. Special Forces Command, Deep Advanced Research Projects Agency, the Jason Group, the Aquarius Group, Defense Science Board, Nuclear Agency, U.S. Space Command, Aero Command, Air Force, Aeronautics, NASA Ames Research Center, Project Cold Empire, Project Snowbird, Project Aquarius, Project Millstar, Project Tactic Rainbow, Stealth Drones, Pseudo UFOs, Project Timberwind, Project Code EVA, Spacewalk-Based Technology, Cobra Mist, Cold Witness. Then there's a weapons branch. I mean, I'm not even halfway down. The reason I want people to, and then look at this. Look who's in the weapons industry branch. This is where I went. AT&T, Rand, Greer Corporation, Wackenhut Corporation, Bechtel, United Nuclear. I mean, oh my gosh, frightening. Hughes Aircraft. Then you have the financial department, Federal Reserve, CIA self-financing, the operation and control of much of the international drug trade in heroin, cocaine, and marijuana, as well as front business enterprises as a source of cash for off-the-books covert operations and purchase of exotic munitions and strategic bribe funds. So we have a department. Where does all the confiscated stuff go? And where does the revenue from it go, etc.? But you have them, ironically, in a finance department. So what does that mean? That means that somebody there is getting paid with all the goods, and where do the goods go, and how come they're so wealthy, and how come they're in there, and how come it says CIA? Department of Justice self-financing. Again, isn't this mind-boggling? I just about lost my mind. So here's an explanation of all these things. Everyone, we need to stay awake. The reason, I mean, when you think of all the millions of dollars that we get taxed, this is where it goes and this is where it gets wasted. And do you know that anybody, any day, can create a new group and add it to this department? And that's what Obama was doing. Because back many decades ago, they didn't have all this. They had a couple of things. We heard of NASA. We heard of, like, you know, the CIA, but they built all these branches off of the branches to just give people more power and money in government and misspend and misuse all of this trillions of dollars. So this page is like a key to the insight you need to have, and I need to have, and Americans need to have, so that we stay on top of what they're doing, how they're doing it, and what they're hiding from us. And thank goodness somebody released this, because this was a ton of work, like everything that they're putting together. But it's so key, everyone, that we have ourselves wide awake and understand the danger of what they've been trying to do to us and everything they've been trying to hide. And they're finally coming out with some disclosure for us and some ways that we can continue to understand all the past that happened. And the thing for the future is that we need to save all these types of documents so that we can refer back to them. Everybody should be copying this, pasting this, printing it out, so that we have access to things if they delete them, and that the internet can't control us and make us vulnerable ever again. And the reason I couldn't go to sleep and I needed to let everybody have it is because this is like one of the kaboom key documents that people need to understand about what they do behind closed doors. And how much of this was invented under Bush and Obama, I will never know. But can you imagine Bill Clinton's name and all these ex-presidents' names on here? Carter and Bill Clinton and the Bushes, and they have way, way too much power. Way too much. So everybody, please look at this and use it to your best thing. Copy it, spread it, print it out, share it, email it, and let's just stay wide awake. Not now, but not tonight, but in our lives. I'm going to sleep. Thank you, everybody. And hopefully this week somewhere I'll get a little break. I know Monday's going to be a nightmare. Tuesday, the State of the Union. Maybe they'll probably release a memo on Wednesday. I think I can sleep on Thursday. I'm going to make an appointment. Thank you.